Hi there! Welcome to Margaret's Grammar Buzz YouTube channel, Learning Made Easy. Well, you already know what pronouns are from my previous video. We know that pronouns are words that take the place of a noun to avoid repetition. But in today's video, we are going to discuss about a different type of pronoun, and that is reflexive pronouns. But before we move on to that, let us see what are the lesson objectives for the day. And the lesson objectives for the day are knowing what are reflexive pronouns and identifying them. Hey, let us find out in what ways are reflexive pronouns different from the other pronouns. Well, let me give you an example. And the sentence says, Lizzy bought a Christmas tree for Lucy. Lizzy bought a Christmas tree for Lucy. Well, how can we rewrite this sentence using a pronoun? We can say, Lizzy bought a Christmas tree for her. Here we have replaced the noun Lucy with the pronoun her. Simple, right? And that makes our sentence a lot more simpler and straight. And this is exactly the job of a pronoun, to make our sentence simple. But now it's time to find out about reflexive pronoun. So let's get going. Now take a look at this sentence, and it says, Lizzy decorated the Christmas tree for Lizzy. Lizzy decorated the Christmas tree for Lizzy? Yes, that's right. Here Lizzy is the subject and the object of the sentence. Well, you already know that the subject of a sentence is the doer of the action of the verb, and the object is the receiver of the action of a verb in a sentence. So, in this sentence, Lizzy is the doer of the action and the receiver of the action. So the subject and the object of the sentence is the same, that is Lizzy. So now let us replace the object Lizzy with a pronoun. But we cannot use the pronoun her. We cannot say Lizzy decorated the Christmas tree for her. So instead of the pronoun her, we need a special type of pronoun. And what could that pronoun be? Well, that is herself. And a new sentence will be, Lizzy decorated the Christmas tree for herself. We use herself when the subject and the object in a sentence is the same. Herself is a reflexive pronoun, and we use herself in this sentence because the subject and the object of the sentence is the same, and that is Lizzy. Herself is a reflexive pronoun which is used for third person, that is for someone who is neither the speaker nor the person spoken to, and it is used to refer to singular feminine gender nouns. So, here comes the most important question. What are reflexive pronouns? What do you understand by reflexive pronouns? I guess you already have a bit of idea about what reflexive pronouns are. So let's find out as to what they are. Well, reflexive pronouns are words ending in self or selves. They are used when the subject and the object of a sentence are the same. So remember, reflexive pronouns are words ending in self or selves, and they are used to refer back to the noun or pronoun that are the subject and the object of the sentence at the same time. So if a noun or pronoun is the subject and the object of a sentence, we use a reflexive pronoun to refer back to the subject. Simple? Okay. Let's give you some example with reflexive pronouns. And our first example is, I made a cup of tea for me. I made a cup of tea for me. In this sentence, I is the subject and me is the object. They are both referring to the same person, that is I. So the subject and the object of the sentence is the same. So instead of me, we have to use a reflexive pronoun. And what is the reflexive pronoun we should use here? Yes, it is myself. And the new sentence after using the reflexive pronoun is I made a cup of tea for myself. I made a cup of tea for myself. Remember, the reflexive pronoun here ends with a self. Okay? And the word is myself. I and myself stand for the same person. So myself refer back to the subject me. So myself is a reflexive pronoun that is used to refer back to the subject me. And it refers to first person singular noun. Remember, first person is the speaker of the sentence. Myself does not depend on gender. That is, irrespective of gender, it remains the same. Okay, so here is something for us to know, and that is reflexive pronouns preceded by the adverb, adjective, pronoun or noun to which it refers. That means a reflexive pronoun is generally preceded by an adverb, adjective, pronoun or a noun to which it refers back. Well, here comes our did you know? So, did you know that reflexive pronouns indicate that the person who is realizing the action of the verb is also the receiver of the action? That means the subject and the object of the sentence is the same. A reflexive pronoun would indicate a subject of a sentence only when both the subject, that is the doer of the action of the verb, and the object, that is the receiver of the action of the verb, are the same. Simple, right? So now let us see what are the reflexive pronouns, and they are myself, ourselves, yourselves, yourself, himself, herself, itself, and themselves. Well, it's time for us now to understand how each of these reflexive pronouns work. So, let's find out. Well, what does the sentence say? It says, we took care of the plants by us. We took care of the plants by us. The subject of the sentence is we, and the object of the sentence is us. Both we and us refer to the same group of people. So we can say that the subject we refers to the same group of people as us. So the subject and the object of the sentence is the same. So instead of us, we have to use a reflexive pronoun. And what might that reflexive pronoun be? Well, it is ourselves. And the new sentence will be, we took care of the plants by ourselves. The reflexive pronoun ourselves is used because the subject is us. Note, we use selves with our and not self because we are referring to more than one person. Remember, ourselves does not depend on gender. Irrespective of gender, they remain the same. And it is used for first person, that is, the person speaking, and for plural number. Simple, right? Okay, let's give you another example. And what do we have here? The sentence says, you must walk home by you. You must walk home by you. Hey, doesn't that sound funny? You must walk home by you. Well, here the subject of the sentence and the object of the sentence is same, and that is you. We can say that the subject and the object of the sentence is the same? So, we need to use a reflexive pronoun. And what is the reflexive pronoun that we need here? Well, it is yourself. The reflexive pronoun yourself is used to refer back if the subject is you. And the new sentence would be, you must walk home by yourself. Note, we use self with your and not selves because we are referring to one person. So, yourself is used when we refer to second person, that is, the person to whom we are speaking, and singular noun. Remember, yourself does not depend on gender. Irrespective of gender, it remains the same. Alright, what does this example tell us? It says, you must complete the work by you. You must complete the work by you. Note, in this sentence, the you means many students and not just one student. Hence, the reflexive pronoun we use here to refer back to the subject you is yourselves. And the new sentence would be, you must complete the work by yourselves. Note, we use selves with you and not self because we are referring to more than one student. So, yourselves is used when we refer to second person plural noun. Remember, yourselves does not depend on gender. That is, irrespective of gender, they remain the same. So, here is something we should remember and not forget, and it is, we use reflexive pronoun yourself for singular noun and we use reflexive pronoun yourselves for plural noun. Isn't that simple to remember? I guess it is, and I know you surely will. Okay, time for another example. And here we have the picture of a boy with a cake. So, what does the sentence say? It says, he was hungry, so he baked him a cake. He was hungry, so he baked him a cake. Well, the subject of the sentence is he and the object of the sentence is him. So, he and him refer to the same person. So, we could say that the subject and the object of the sentence is the same. Hence, we need a reflexive pronoun. And what might that reflexive pronoun be? Well, it is himself. And our sentence would be, he was hungry, so he baked himself a cake. He was hungry, so he baked himself a cake. The reflexive pronoun himself is used if the subject is he. So, himself is the reflexive pronoun used to refer back because the subject is he. That is, it is a third person, which means the person spoken about and a singular noun of male gender. Well, here we have something that we should remember and not forget. So, what do we need to remember? All we need to remember is, we use himself and herself for third person singular nouns of masculine and feminine gender. So remember that we use himself and herself for third person singular nouns of masculine and feminine gender. That's quite easy to remember. Okay, let's give you another example with reflexive pronoun. And what does a sentence say? It says, the cat licked it clean. The cat licked it clean. Here the subject of the sentence is cat and the object of the sentence is it. So we can say both the subject and the object of the sentence is the same. Therefore, we need a reflexive pronoun. And the reflexive pronoun that we need here is itself. You are right. So our new sentence would be, the cat licked itself clean. The cat licked itself clean. Remember, we use the reflexive pronoun itself when we refer back to the subject it, and itself is used when we refer to third person singular noun and of neuter gender. So, let me give you another example. And our sentence is, the children tidied up the room for them. The children tidied up the room for them. The them in the sentence refers to the children, which is a plural noun. So, what is the reflexive pronoun we need here? Note, the subject in the sentence is plural. Them refers to the children, and them is a plural noun. So, our reflexive pronoun should be a plural one. And it is, you are right, themselves. The new sentence would be, the children tidied up the room for themselves. Note, we use selves with them and not self because we are referring to more than one, right? We are referring to more than one child. So, themselves is used when we refer to third person plural noun. Remember, themselves does not depend on gender. That is, irrespective of gender, they remain the same. Well, I guess you have followed what are reflexive pronouns. And now it's time for us to practice, because you know, the more we practice, the better it is. So, let's get started. And this is how it works. I will be showing you a sentence and I will be giving you a few options. You have to choose the correct reflexive pronoun to fit in with the sentence. So, let's get set, go. And here comes our first sentence. And that is, Robert baked this bread. Robert baked this bread. And your options are myself, yourself, himself, herself. So which is the reflexive pronoun that would fit in with this sentence? Can you spot it? Well, I think you already have. And the correct answer is himself. You are absolutely right. Robert baked this bread himself. Good job. Here comes the next one for you. And it says, Lily, did you take the photo by? Lily, did you take the photo by? And your options are himself, herself, myself, yourself. Well, what do you think is the correct option? Which one would you choose? I think you have already selected your option and you are right. It is yourself. Lily, did you take the photo by yourself? Good job. Here comes the next sentence and it says, the lion can defend. The lion can defend. And your options are himself, herself, itself, yourself. Hey, what do you think would be the correct option? I think you already know what it is and you are right. It is itself. The lion can defend itself. You are right. The lion can defend itself. Good job. Well done. And what is our next sentence? It says, my mother often talks to. My mother often talks to. And your options are himself, herself, ourselves, yourself. Himself, herself, ourself, yourselves. So, which is the correct option? What do you think? Yes, you are right. And the correct option is herself. My mother often talks to herself. Good job. Well, here is the next one for you. And it says, Tim and Sen, if you want more milk, help. Tim and Sen, if you want more milk, help. And your options are ourselves, themselves, yourselves, yourself. So, which is the correct one? Which option would you choose? Have you chosen it already? I think you have. And the correct one is yourselves. Tim and Sen, if you want more milk, help yourselves. Great job! Well, here comes the next one for you. And it says, we helped to some coke at the party. We helped to some coke at the party. And your options are ourselves, themselves, yourselves, yourself. So, which is the correct one? What is your choice? Have you made the correct choice? I think you have. And let's see what it is. Well, it is ourselves. We helped ourselves to some coke at the party. Well done! Good job! And here's the last one for you. And it says, Ali and Dora collected the stamps. Ali and Dora collected the stamps. And your options are ourselves, themselves, itself, yourself. So, what do you think is the correct one? Which option would you choose? Well, I think you have already made your choice. And you are absolutely right. It is themselves. Ali and Dora collected the stamps themselves. Well done. Good job. So, I hope you enjoyed this video and it has helped you better understand what are reflexive pronouns. Well, if you have any questions at all, just pop them in the comment box and I'll surely get back to you. Well, thanks for watching and don't forget to like, comment, share, press the bell icon and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Until we meet the next time, take care of yourself and bye.